All right, welcome to Martinsville Speedway. It's the number 99 truck tries to rebound from a rough couple of races at Daytona and Atlanta. Qualified at 21.3 seconds in the 20th place. We'll say I really enjoy some shorter track racing, at least here in the truck series. I like everyone being a lot closer together. So started off in 20th. Stage 1 has 16 laps, and my fuel there, as you can see, 26 laps. And here we go, trying to move up, smash into the back of Kvapil, and that slows me down quite a bit as I kind of lose my progress. Here, trying to get around to Young and up there by Jennifer Jo Cobb. See Wendell Chavis right behind us now. I'm going to call it now that Wendell Chavis is not going to like us for too much longer. Anyway, get around Jennifer Jo and kind of hold my 20th place here and get up into 19th and keep working my way up. Go off the side a little bit. And here we go, getting away a little, fighting with Kvapil and getting up closer to Nemechek. So, like I said, I really like this track because just everyone is closer together and the laps are faster. It ends up being the same amount of time, basically. Each race right now for me is going about 20 minutes here in the truck series. 11 laps to go, and pass Nemechek, and up next up there is Tommy Joe Martins. And trying to close the gap to Tommy Joe. Ten laps to go in stage 1. Around the curves, I'm getting close, but I just can't bounce out and get around them. Can't maintain the draft speed kind of through those curves. Here comes Nemechek to the outside to pass me, but I have the inside line, so I will keep it around the corner. And then I leak to the out of it, and Nemechek undercuts me. Now Chavis is behind me, and quickly showing that the dive bomb strategy just doesn't work. I just can't dive to the inside with speed and keep my line and keep the speed and keep the position. So anywhere, as a kind of recap from the first episode, Daytona was a disaster. Finished in 31st place out of 32. The only person behind me had wrecked out. Atlanta was better. I think I finished in 24th or 25th place, but I had been a bit higher, and it just didn't work out. That's all right. So here we are in Martinsville, on short track, which is a bit more chaotic and a bit more fun. Going around here, trying to race down Nemechek. The goal certainly is to win every race we possibly can. In my total time playing this game, which isn't a ton. I have one race probably out of maybe 15 or so. But in this career mode, this is race number 3, and I have not sniffed the podium. I've not sniffed the stage point. And actually, right now, as I'm in 16th, and I'm not going to catch up to Tommy Joe here anytime soon. But this has been my best stage thus far. 3 laps to go in the stage. But even then, I started in 20th, and I'm only up 4 spots. So, really, I just, I'm taking each corner too fast and not able to rein it in. And going into the grass a little bit slows me down. You notice my tire pressure, my tires wearing down. The front passenger tire on these, especially on these short ovals, goes down quite a bit. So we have not able to catch up and take over Nemechek again right there, and we go to the end of the first stage. We did pit, though nobody else pitted. I'm not entirely sure why, but my goal with pitting was essentially by pitting then, we will be able to last this entire stage, provided there are no cautions that shorten the stage up or whatever, and everyone else around me is going to have to pit. So this right here is a play for a stage win that could then put me in a decent place to potentially go for a high place. If not a race win, but a race, a top 10 or something. So here we go around the track in 23rd, trying to get up past Myatt Snyder. Just can't get to that outside line to get past them. And here comes Jennifer Jo Cobb past me, and she's gonna probably hold on to that. Yep. One thing too with going in, though I do have better tires than everyone else around me right now, my fuel is I have more fuel, and so it is noticeable that you go slower if you have more fuel. Your car weighs more. It makes sense, of course. So that is one reason, aside from my lackluster driving, but one reason why I'm not quite catching up, getting back to where I was before. But eventually, still waiting. It's been 6 laps now, which, based on my truck at least, been 6 laps. This is the 7th or 8th. That might have been, we might have just finished 8 laps in the stage. And if that's the case, the first one was 16 laps. I mean, they should be, other trucks should be about ready to pit for this stage anytime now, I think. I hope. Okay, so this stage is only 14 laps. The last one was 16. So 8 plus 16 is 24. You start off with 26 laps worth of fuel. They should be diving into the pit anytime now. Come on. Okay, still nothing. I'm pretty far ahead, at least, I'm up in 21st place. So I think maybe some of the guys behind me now have pitted. Okay, it's just kind of a waiting game. This is like, you're playing the long game, made a strategic move, I guess. And thus far, it has not paid off. Because ideally, I was hoping for them to pit. And then, because this is such a short track, I'd be able to get around a couple times. So then, I'd start off the next stage ahead of everybody, by a lap or two even. But it's okay. Some have pitted. I'm up into 12th. Trying really wanted to get some stage points here, but that's not going to happen as Chavis goes past me, and looks like I'm going to end the stage in 13th place. Yeah. Well, that was disappointing. Pitted along with everyone else. Get off to a poor start there. Up now. I'm going to check dive from the inside. Get some good position there up into 9th place. Come off on Tyler down. Falcons right up in front. Making a really good run. Take another dive bomb and rub up against Cindric. Probably won't like that. Coming up to Tyler Martins in 5th place car. My estimated field, as you can see, is 24 laps. We have 24 laps to go. So I was coming into this figuring I'd probably have to make a pit stop this round, but maybe we can hold out and not have to make a pit stop.
Good drive off here.
And we'll see what everyone else does.
Clear down low. Inside is on your bumper. Clear low.
Back in the 6th. This little battle here with Cindric. Into his back, and he's really not going to like that. As I squeeze the car. 22 laps to go. Racing at 22 seconds a lap, which is a little bit slower than some of my fastest laps. Half a second or so. Coming around. Really want to get up to Regan Smith, but it's taking me a while to reel them in, if I'm going to be able to, but we'll see here in a minute. Here comes the 52. Kissed the wall, lost the position. There's Tyler Young passing me, sorry, not the 52, the OG. Tyler Young fighting with him, going down the back street, and it looks like I'm going to get away from Tyler Young around this curve a bit and speed off. Skipped ahead a bit, went number of laps there, basically just in 5th position, pulling away from Tyler Young and pulling closer to Regan Smith. So you can see we have 8 laps of fuel left, rubbing up against Smith, coming up to the start-finish line, and see my fuel there just went down to 7 laps, and I have 8 laps to go in the race. So now was just able to pass Regan Smith. I'm 3 seconds behind third. At this point, really not thinking about a podium. Really just, at this point, happy with the top 5 finish. I'm hoping to hang on, even to this 4th place. But that fuel has me worried. My fuel's down to 6 laps now. See, my oil temperature's up pretty high, which is probably why the fuel is going down. 5 laps of fuel, 6 laps. I spin Smith out, but at the same time caused some major front end damage and damaged my radiator. So, and it is the one thing about a short track here. There is less opportunity to conserve fuel. It's not like I guess not like a road course, like Watkins Glen or whatever, or an F1 course where you can really let off the gas as you go into some corners and really conserve some fuel. This is just, if I'm going to maintain my position, I'm pretty much going to have to go all out. And going all out, I'm going to run out of fuel. So here, the decision is whether I go in and pit. I can probably get it done with a half can, or whether I can try and push it and try and make it these last 3 laps. Notice my fuel dropped down to the 2-lap marker just after I passed the start-finish line. As it is, Regan Smith and whoever's behind him are closing in on me. 2 laps to go. The top 3 guys are pulling away. I'm definitely not hitting a podium, but at this point it's just trying to hang on to 5th place while we're going out of fuel. If I have to go into the pit, it's game over. So really have no option other than to stay out. As my car is running out of gas, my radiator's failing, my front end is failing, get passed by Briscoe and Young, get passed by Smith, and there goes everybody. I'm just trying to stay in front of somebody. Out of the top 10 now, and I am out of gas. Just kind of rolling through the start-finish straight. Just fell out of the top 25. So there we go. That is Martinsville. Holy moly. We were in 4th place, running in 4th place, and I ran out of gas. And my radiator was busted and my front end was busted. Man. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this Martinsville Speedway race. You can see there we are in 26th. I set a fastest lap, 20.6 seconds. 20.67 seconds. Fastest lap, 26th place, 29th on the season. I'm going to have to really increase things. Thanks for watching.